and thanks for watching a special collaboration episode of BSGcast and Galactica Quorum. I'm Nat, he's Matt, she's Michelle, and he's Brian.
All right, so first off, we need to thank cPanel. They made our party possible. And to show how much they appreciate having us and how much we appreciate having them, we're actually giving away a 32-inch TV.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's because of cPanel, so...
The whole party, everything's
awesome.
Thanks to them. Now, we're going to be giving it to one of the best 5 comments in the 5 BSGcast live episodes
that we're doing here in LA. So.
This one included, and everyone who's about to talk could have the best one as well. So that's what the stakes are at, and now let's get started on the cast.
Good call. Well, you go for it first.
All right, so this episode kicked the crap out of just about everyone that watched it. We watched it with about 250 people, and
everyone was oohing and eyeing and at the same time, which was, well,
it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. So what did you guys think? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
I'm going with a thumbs up on this one.
Yeah.
I'd say thumbs up.
All right, well,
Good.
Good start. It's a good start. So let's break this thing down. Let's break it down to, let's start with tragedy. Let's start with Duala.
Oh, God.
Thoughts? I mean, somebody had to go over the deep end when Earth wound up being nothing.
True. I always find it interesting when they focus on such a secondary or tertiary character on the show, though, because they usually do that when it's, well, they're a Cylon or something's going to be revealed that way, or they're about to die, right? In this case, it kind of could have been either or, in my opinion, right?
This reminded me a lot of the Callie episode when she died. Like you said, a secondary character that ultimately died, and actually the director is the same, Michael Nankin.
Yeah.
And so if you have a character, or he comes up again, be careful.
Yeah, exactly. If someone's focused on too much.
He's a killer! All right, so let's throw it out to the audience. Ryan, let's wander around, see what people think.
Well, we're going to talk to someone here who had a very special episode herself.
Hi.
So what did you think of the episode last night?
Oh, it was great. I mean, I kind of knew what was going to happen, but when you watch it, it's like a whole other experience, right? So
Yeah.
it was pretty sad when Duala shot herself in the head.
Did it kind of stir some memories for you, like of your final episodes when...
Yeah, we watched Revelations right before it, and when I was watching Revelations, I hadn't actually seen it until a couple days ago, and I forgot that they did that little tribute to Kat. So when I was watching it, and they we found Earth, and there was everybody was celebrating, and I sat there and I was overcome with this sadness, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I wish Kat could have experienced that. I wish Kat was there when they finally found Earth, and I was just so sad. And then all of a sudden, Starbuck walked over to the memorial wall and was like, "We made it, kid," or whatever she said, and it was just like, ah. So I was really touched by that. Yeah.
All right, well, let's switch it up to Starbuck. Yeah, she had a bit of an arc, or the Starbucks had a bit of an arc, I guess you could say.
Oh, God.
Bit of an arc.
What do you think?
The whole time that Starbuck's been having her weird thing going on, there's something weird definitely going on, but I did not expect her to find her body. I did not expect that.
Leoben's reaction was
That was
kind of
awesome.
funny. I don't think it was supposed to be funny, but it kind of cracked me up.
Yeah.
Right? The entire time, he's like, "Oh, Starbucks, you and I, blah 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 blah," and all of a sudden he's like, "Whoa, the hybrid said that, harbinger of death."
It's you're not for me.
Yeah. It's really creepy that someone who was so sure and so faithful to what he believed all of a sudden just snapped as well.
Yeah.
Everyone snapped in this episode.
Except for Apollo. He went through some shit. And he did not snap.
Adama snapped.
Oh, yeah,
In
yeah.
the worst way.
Thoughts?
I don't know. We've had lots of discussions on our podcast about just what could be happening with Starbuck. We often wonder if there's some sort of time travel thing involved, but when you see your dead self there, it's not something where she went back and forth in time. So it's interesting because they've opened up a new door while closing another one to give us an answer, but the answer doesn't really help us. It actually makes more questions. So.
I was going to say, I've heard discussions or questions or whatnot that it could either be a clone of some sort, not necessarily a Cylon clone, but just a clone, or a parallel universe thing.
I call beings of light.
Right, good call.
Yeah, we've heard that one.
Yeah, we've heard that.
All right, guys, Starbuck, thoughts?
Yeah, I think that throughout the series they've kind of shown that Kara has a connection to something beyond the pale, basically. I mean, there's been a lot of in act of contrition, and You Can't Go Home Again, when she was on the moon, she prays to the lords of Kobol, and her prayers are answered. When she's in the hospital on the farm, she prays to the lords of Kobol, and her prayers are answered. And there's some big significance around the statue of Aurora that she was given in Maelstrom that she gave to Adama, and then that Lee gave back to her. And the temple on Earth, if that is really Earth, is the temple of Aurora. Aurora is the goddess of the dawn. And I just have the sneaking suspicion that Kara Thrace is actually Aurora, the goddess of the dawn. That explains why she's not a Cylon and she's not a human. People tend to forget that there are actually 3 races involved in this series. The Lords of Kobol have been shown to be very real. So whatever they are and however they are involved in the human Cylon thing, there's some connection there, and I think Kara is that connection.
All right. So, also on the docket here, we have a Cylon that came out. And and it's Ellen, of all people. And you know, some people were shocked and some people were not. So I think now is your opportunity to do some gloating.
Yes, please do, because I need some convincing at this point.
No, I've had an intuition that it's been Ellen for some time, and of course, we've had other people that we thought it might be. We've got lots of email and feedback from lots of podcast fans with their theories, and of all of them, the one that rose to the top for me was Ellen. And we have some other good theories about it,
Yeah,
too,
okay,
which
let's
we'll
hear
hear in a
some
second.
other ones.
Okay, and Ryan, you have some gloating to do. So you have the mic. Go for it.
All right. Well, yeah, I put a piece of paper in your hand last night that said it was Ellen Tigh, and I had actually seen a photo of the script that had the character list on the front of it, and it listed Ellen Tigh on there, and then I put that together with the whole Last Supper picture. The producers, Ron Moore, David Icke, had always said that the final Cylon was not pictured in the picture, and they kind of took Rosalind out here of late, and I think they were trying to throw a red herring out there on that one. But if you look where the empty space was, where the final Cylon was supposed to be, it was right next to Saul Tigh, and he's kind of looking like, "What are you doing here?" And in front of that empty space is a cup, and Ellen died by a poisoned cup. But you know what? This also brings up a good question. We know she's the final Cylon, but will we see her again? Is the final Cylon dead?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still not sold on Ellen, and the reason I'm okay with that is that I wasn't sold on Tori either. I thought she was a terrible selection. She was such a flat, boring character, and then all of a sudden, Ronald D. Moore made Tori awesome in the first 3 episodes of season 4.
It's because she became significant because she was one of the
And then
final
all of a sudden, my being concerned about this secondary character that I never found interesting was totally allayed. So I was fine, and I'm waiting for a few episodes before I start to call BS on this. But Ellen as Final 5, I'm okay because I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Now, on the topic of Cylons, and lots of Cylons, apparently Earth was a Cylon planet with a Cylon Centurion that not even the Cylons had ever seen before.
Yeah, that
so
was
we're really
really
seeing
cool.
this.
I cannot wait to hear more about that part of the story.
Yeah, we're seeing all of this has happened before because we've got humans and Cylons. So who killed them? Did they kill each other? Were they bombed from humans from somewhere else? So there's all kinds of interesting questions that are here now. And what do you guys think? Okay, guys, thoughts? We've got someone back there with.
I'm sorry, I signed a disclosure statement. I can't say anything. But certainly looked like Earth.
Look a heck of a lot like Vancouver. I don't know.
Well, very, very true. Very insightful.
Cool. Now, he signed a non-disclosure, which means none of that could necessarily be true.
Probably is not.
All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for making this a great event. And we're going to have 4 more that are going to be happening. We'll have interviews with Richard, with Luciana. We'll have all kinds of stuff happening. And the 5 episodes that go live as BSGcast in Hollywood, those will be where you can win a TV. So we'll keep the information up there. Comment on this episode. And thanks again. This is awesome. We've got more to come. Bye.